Crew at Dinosaur Adventure Land in Lenox, Alabama, March 28th, 2024. Thank you for joining us. We're on all kinds of channels now and our own channel, Kent Hovind Science. What is it? Kent Hovind Creation Scientist. Yay. TV channel. Oh, wow. I feel like a movie star. Yeah, we get all kinds of comments here. We're the folks who believe the Bible is true and evolution is stupid. Real stupid, okay? That causes some people to not like us. We're on the 28th of March, and let's see, help us to open for free. Join our 777 Club. Check any comments on that, go to Dr.Dino.com. We've been open for 7.953 years now for free because people help us. Thank you so much. Genesis Baptist, oh, new logo, brother. Cool. Yes, sir. Come try our new fishing, our bridge and fish slash fishing pier across the lake. Pretty cool. Our new water slides and zip lines and the redneck swing. And you can talk in our satellite dish, talk 1,500 feet across the lake to somebody on the other satellite dish. All kinds of cool science lessons we teach around here. Let's see, you can whisper to those two, 1,500 feet apart, or 515 feet apart, same size as Noah's Ark. So we're going to hopefully make Noah's Ark model between Mount Ararat and Lesser Ararat, and learn to shoot our rubber bands and make airplanes that go a long ways, all kinds of fun activities here. Okay, Dinosaur Adventure Land. Always good sound reason from Kent. Well, thank you, appreciate that, James. Great job, keep it up. Dinosaurs never had coffee, and we know how that turned out. Well, AJ is trying to want another debate with me. I tried to get a picture in time, brother. I couldn't get one. Here's what's going on. Come on up here, brother. Yeah. There we go. All this dog wants is some attention, right? Yeah, that's all they want. And I think poor AJ he just wants attention. Somebody please watch my channel. So we're going to name you AJ, okay? Here you go. There you got some attention. Now go lay down, okay? There we go. Oh, thank you, thank you. There. Okay, AJ. He wants to debate on other topics. I want you to defend the evolution religion. You want me to pay for that to be taught in school? Well, then the burden of proof's on you. They were trying to switch it and put the burden. I don't have to prove creation. I admit mine's a religion. I admit I believe the Bible. This is my faith. You do not admit that evolution is a religion. Just admit it. It's a religious belief. And then stop asking everybody to use tax dollars to pay for it, to be taught in public universities, public schools, textbook, museums. It's a religious belief. Nothing more. Nothing more. Okay, Brother Hovind. National Atheist Day is not April Fool's Day this year or any year. It was on March 23rd. No, I'm sorry. It is April 1st every year. They might have made up another one to take away the attention from April 1st, but April 1st, April Fool's Day, and you are a fool if you believe in evolution. And we're here to help. Really, we are here to help. Let's see. April 1st is International Atheist Day. Read Psalm 14:1. Yep, the fool has said in his heart, there's no God. Okay, brother, comments on comments real quick. I'm done for the day. I want to quit. I want to go up and watch the stars with the kids and my wife and the kids. So stars come out pretty soon here. Okay, questions or comments here? Send them in quick if you got something you want to discuss. We take the position the Bible is true from cover to cover. I even believe the cover. Mine says Kent Hovind. I believe that too, okay? So, all right. Questions or comments, brother? You got some? Who owns the earth? Well, God does. Whoever made it owns it. If God created the heaven and the earth, then he owns it, which means he makes the rules, which means he's the boss, and we're going to answer to him one day. So get ready for that day. Okay, let's see. I quote scripture to witches. Let's see. Why do we listen to American law? If you're under their authority, you do what they say. Look, if I come into your house, I'm under your rules. If you say, look, you got to take your shoes off before you come in, then I'll do it. Okay? If we're going to live in God's world, we better follow his rules. If you don't like his rules, go build your own world and do whatever you want. It's real simple. Make your own world and do what you want. Okay? It's on the screen. It's on the screen. You know why Trump Bible is KJV? Did you know? I did not know that. Did he write his own Bible? I didn't know there was one. Okay. I think Trump is by far the best option, but you got to look at the much bigger picture. He's going to become president of what exactly? What exactly United States do you mean? There are several different meanings for that word, United States. That's another long story. Do you think this coming eclipse is biblical? I have no idea, brother. I've looked at it. My brain hurts. I don't know. We'll see. April 8th, going to be an eclipse. There's eclipses all the time. It's just a matter of, the several types. If this is to be the sun over here. Here comes the moon. Oh, if the moon gets between the a shadow on the earth. Okay? If the earth gets between the sun and the moon, it makes a shadow on the moon. And earth is bigger, okay? So there's different types of eclipses. There's partial eclipse, a solar eclipse, lunar eclipse, and all that kind of stuff. I don't know if it's a sign or not. We shall see. Let God take care of that. Okay, other questions. Let's see. You think Islam or evolution is more stupid? Boy, that's a toss-up question. How did they know Muhammad was a prophet? He had a mole on his back. Okay, I got a mole on my cheek. Right there, I had it since I was a kid. That's proof of something to somebody somewhere, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Is Easter the right word in the King James? Yes, it is, absolutely. Let me get to, let's see. Seminar part 7, I cover this, and if you get my video series, 18 hours, $50 for the whole thing. Let me open up 7. Some people say Easter is the wrong word to use, and the King James has a mistake. That is absolutely incorrect. The King James is perfect on that one, on all of them, okay? Okay, it's opening seminar part 7 with about 4,000 slides in it, PowerPoint slides. You want to get all 50,000 of my slides on a thumb drive for $100. Contact Joseph. Let's see, here we go. Alt-DV coming up. Is Easter Sabbath? Anybody see it on there anywhere? I got, right there. Red Sea Crossing. Is Easter. I know I got stuff on that. I know this Sunday is coming up with the world celebrates as Easter. It is now and has always been, I should say, has started off a pagan holiday. And they've kind of Christianized it a little bit. I don't see it on here. I know I got it. Other religions. Mark of the Beast, Are Plants Alive? Everybody see Easter on there? Can you read it?
I don't see it.
I don't see it. Huh. Well, I do cover that. Easter is from the ancient word Ishtar. It was a pagan god. It was a pagan celebration. And so I cover that on video 7. I can't find my slides for it right now, but I do have it someplace here. A whole bunch of material on that. You see it anywhere on there, brother? Nobody sees it. Huh. Well, let's see. Contradictions in the Bible. Well, maybe it's in this section here. Contradictions in the Bible. I just lost my slides altogether. I hate it when that happens. 1 minute. The glories of live TV. I love it. Here we go. Okay. Contradiction of how long they were in Egypt? No, there is not. Okay, poor Arizona preacher still upset with me about that. Mathematical pi, is there a Easter the smallest seed? How did Judas die? Is Solomon's seed got the right number? I think I'm getting close. How many chariot horses did Solomon have? 400 or 4,000? That's not a contradiction. Let's see. Did Paul hear a voice or not? Atheists love to pick on what they think are contradictions. Of course, they don't look for contradictions in their own theory. Everything fit in a dot smaller than an atom. Guys, you've got to be a moron to believe that. That's right. You couldn't fit a cup of water into a dot. I think I'm getting close here, folks. It's either here or it's somewhere else, okay? There we go. Look at that, slide number 1,539, Alt-DV, okay? 1,539, look at that. Isn't Easter an error in Acts 12? Shouldn't Pascha be Passover? Most of the New Bible versions have changed it to say Passover. Here's the argument, okay, that they talk about. In Acts 12, about that time, Herod the king stretched forth his hand to vex certain of the church, and he killed James, the brother of John, with the sword. And because he saw it pleased the Jews, he proceeded further to take Peter also. Then were the days of unleavened bread. This is critical here. And when he had apprehended him, he put him in prison and delivered him to 4 quaternions of soldiers, that would be 4 groups of 4, 16 soldiers, to keep him, intending after Easter to bring him forth unto the people. English Standard Version says, they turned him intending after the Passover to bring him forth. NIV, the non-inspired version, says intending after Passover. Almost all the New Bible versions have changed it to Passover, and they have introduced a mistake. Easter was correct. New Revised Version needs to be revised a bunch more times. Let's see. Best-selling version, the Revised Standard Version, that's the one I got for attending Methodist Church, 4th grade, every Sunday for a year. Revised RSV. Let's see, after Passover, they changed it. American Standard says after Passover. The Bible in Basic English, Passover. Common English, Passover. Passover, 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 Passover. Well, who's right? Why does King James say Easter and nearly all the other versions say Passover? Who's right? Well, let's look at the history of the Passover and see. Okay. Lord said to Moses and Aaron, this month, that would be April, shall be the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you. God said, Moses, tell the people your calendar starts now. April. Ours starts in January, okay? Speak to the congregation of Israel, saying, in the 10th day of this month, they shall take to them every man a lamb, according to the house of their fathers, a lamb for a house. If the household be too little for the lamb, by the way, the lamb's never too little for the household. The household's too little for the lamb. Let him and his neighbor next to his house take it according to the number of souls, every man according to his eating. You shall make your count for the lamb. Your lamb shall be without blemish, a male of the first year. You shall take it out from the sheep and from the goats. You shall keep it until the 14th day of the same month. Pick out a lamb, watch it until the 14th. Okay? And then you kill the lamb and strike on the 2 side posts and on the upper doorpost of the house, wherein they shall eat it. They shall eat the flesh in that night. Okay? It is the Lord's Passover. That's when the death angel passed over if he saw the blood on the door. Okay, that's another different story. When I see the blood, I will pass over you. Okay. This day shall be for you a memorial. You shall keep it a feast. 7 days shall you eat unleavened bread. In the first day there shall be a holy convocation, and the 7th day a holy convocation. You can read all this in Exodus 12. In the first month, on the 14th day of the month at even, you shall eat unleavened bread until the 21st day of the month at even. So for 7 days in a row, unleavened bread. That's bread with no yeast. It doesn't rise. Kind of like what do they call that? A taco shell? Okay. 7 days there shall be no leaven found in your house. Okay, let's see. It is the 14th day, the first month is the Passover of the Lord. The 15th day of this month is the feast. 7 days shall unleavened bread be eaten. Okay. Easter falls on the first Sunday after the full moon. Based on mathematical calculations, that falls on or after March 21st. The date of the Paschal full moon used to determine the date of Easter is based on mathematical approximations following a 19-year cycle called the Metonic cycle. Wait a minute. God told them when to start their month and when to do the Passover. It had nothing to do with the moon. Easter has to do with the moon. Okay? So in 2020, Easter Sunday was April 12th. 2021 was April 4th. It changes all the time. Okay? Some points to consider about Easter. The Passover was at night on the 14th day of April. Always. 7 days followed the Passover. After the Passover, you eat unleavened bread for 7 days. The pagan festival of Ishtar was always held late in April to commemorate the earth regenerating itself after winter. Rabbits, like Playboy eggs, symbols of fertility were used. Don't they have the Easter bunny hiding rabbits and hiding eggs? Okay. This is all pagan. Okay. Easter was originally the celebration of Ishtar, the Assyrian and Babylonian goddess of fertility and sex. Her symbols, like the egg and the bunny, were and still are fertility and sex symbols. I actually think eggs and bunnies had anything to do with the resurrection. Okay? Ishtar, Easter, the Inanna, the original Holy Virgin of the Sumerians. Okay? Well, it turns out Easter actually began as a pagan festival celebrating spring in the northern hemisphere long before Christianity. In the first couple of centuries after Jesus' life, feast days in the new Christian church were attached to pagan festivals. They took pagan festival and tried to Christianize it. I don't go around fighting people who celebrate Easter, okay? It's a great time to think about the resurrection, but it's not a Christian holiday, okay? Let's see. The feast days are never called Passover anywhere in Scripture. Peter was arrested during the days of unleavened bread, which means the Passover was done. Remember, the 7 days of unleavened bread came after the Passover. Herod wanted to kill him during his own pagan festival of Easter coming up in a few days. He arrested him during the days of unleavened bread to kill him on Ishtar, Easter. KJV is the only version to get it right. Okay. About that time, Herod the king stretched forth his hands to vex certain of the church, and he killed James, the brother of John, with a sword. He said he proceeded to take Peter also. Then were the days of unleavened bread. Well, wait. That means that the Passover's done. If he arrested him during the days of unleavened bread, think about it. And when he apprehended him, he put him in prison and delivered him to 4 quaternions of soldiers, intending after Easter to bring him forth to the people. Wait a minute. By translating Pascha as Passover in Acts 12, modern versions have inserted an error that displays not only their lack of knowledge of Greek, but even more their lack of knowledge of English. You see, the man who invents a particular word is the world's foremost authority on that world's foremost authority on that word. In this case, the word Passover was invented by William Tyndale. William Tyndale knew the correct definition of Passover since he invented the word in the first place. Similar to relate, William Tyndale did not use the word that he invented in Acts 12 in the Tyndale Bible. Why? Dr. Thomas Holland demonstrated the days of unleavened bread came after Passover. That's one reason Tyndale did not employ the word that he invented in Acts 12. The second reason is because Herod was looking forward to the pagan festival of Ishtar, from which the word Easter is derived. And so Tyndale, who invented the word, did not use the word Passover in his own translation. In summary, had modern translators bothered to learn English, they would have discovered that the inventor of the word Passover declined to use the word that he invented in this verse, because the inventor of the word Passover did not want to mistranslate the passage. Let's see. Article in the Trinitarian Bible Society. When Tyndale applied his talents to the translation of the New Testament from Greek to English, he was not afraid with the use of completely foreign word. He was not satisfied with the use of a completely foreign word and decided to take into account the fact that the season of the Passover was known generally to English people as Easter. Tyndale had Easter 14 times, Esther lamb 11 times, Easter fest once, Paschal lamb 3 times. When he began his translation of the Pentateuch, he was again faced with the problem in Exodus 12 and 21 other places, and no doubt recognizing that Easter in this context would be an anachronism. He coined a new word, Passover, and used it consistently in all 22 places. It is Tyndale that our language is indebted for this meaningful and appropriate word. So, Passover, April 20th, it was on the 8th. Jesus was crucified on a Wednesday. Thursday was the Sabbath for the Passover. So they couldn't do any work. We're getting ready for the Passover. Friday, the day of preparation for the next Sabbath day, Saturday. They had two Sabbaths that week, okay? Saturday was a Sabbath day. Sunday, the women came to the tomb, and it was empty. They came before daylight on Sunday, and the tomb was empty. He rose Saturday night. He crucified on Wednesday. He's in the grave Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, 3 nights. He's in the grave all day Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 3 days. He rose Saturday night. Jesus was in the grave 3 days and 3 nights, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday day, and rose Saturday night. There's the 3 nights, there's the 3 days. You can't have 3 days and 3 nights between Good Friday and Sunday. Look at a calendar. You try to squeeze it in there, okay? In spite of not being the day Jesus rose from the dead, it's always a great time to remember the resurrection. So I don't beat up other Christians for celebrating, but they need to understand it's a pagan holiday. Okay? Other questions, brother? Okay. Okay, let's see. Was Ezekiel measuring the 3rd temple or the New Jerusalem? Boy, that's Brother Meister. Ezekiel seeing the temple. What do you think? Is measuring the width and the length of the temple? I've never tried to really get into all that. I don't know. 1,500 cubits or something by 1,500 is a cube, okay? Or a pyramid, but also have those dimensions, 3D. Okay, let's see. Don't know. Let's see, Laura, what do you think about Atlantis, Genesis Baptist Church? I think probably the Atlantis story of a great civilization sinking beneath the waves is probably a twisted, perverted version of the flood story. The whole world sank beneath the waves. And after the flood, Noah's kids and their wives would tell the story to their kids. Oh boy, there was a beautiful world and it all drowned. So my theory would be it probably came from a twisting of the flood story. Okay? Let's see. Why God going to close the gate of heaven when people are raptured and people are going to stuck in hell for 1,000 years? He's God. He does what he wants. If you think, if a person has any brains in their head, if they see another person beating up and killing a child, isn't there something in you that just wants to go grab him and break his neck and do something to him? When you see someone doing something evil, There's something built into us. We want to try to fix it. Well, God is perfectly just, and we are all sinners. So we look really bad to God. Now, to each other, we don't look as bad. I look better than him or worse than him. But to God, we all look bad. So God has the perfect right to really take out vengeance on us. We're all sinners. We deserve his judgment. So that's why he came down himself and said, look, I'll take this for you. I'll let them beat me and crucify me. I mean, imagine God doing that for us? That's what happened. So yeah, I think if we can see this from God's perspective, hell is what people need. We deserve it. Deserve it. Did Moses have a lunar calendar? I don't know. They used the moon. The moon's been up there a long time. Okay? Don't know. Love you guys. See you soon. Can't wait to put me to work again. Okay, come on down, everybody. We got 2 extra shovels not being used. Do we have a left-handed shovel left open? 2 of them. Okay, good. Yeah, okay. Good. All right. Any more? Huh?
Said you're caught up.
I'm caught up. Well, let's quit. I got lots to do. Come down, visit Dinosaur Adventure Land. This Sunday will be in John chapter 15. Might be a little controversial. Some of you may want to skip this one. All right, see you tomorrow. Bye.